Good morning, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Saturday, October 25th, 2014, around 5:53 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. The sun's going to be coming up around an hour or so, and it's supposed to be in the 60s today. Good weather. Good to see the sun again after several days of damp and dreary weather around here. Some news to report. The Kansas City Royals beat the San Francisco Giants by the score of 3-2 to take a 2-1 series lead in the World Series. Game 4 tonight on Fox and ESPN Radio. And the Michigan hockey team beat the UMass Lowell Riverhawks by a score of 8-4 last night at the Tsongas Arena. And tonight at 7 o'clock, Michigan State's coming to face off against UMass Lowell at the Tsongas Arena. Should be interesting. And that's about it on the news. And some history notes. 28 years ago today was the infamous Game 6 of the 1986 World Series between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Mets. This is the game where the ball goes through Bill Buckner's legs. I'll tell you about that game later on today in another video blog. And also 11 years ago today, the Florida Marlins beat the New York Yankees to win the World Series, the 2003 World Series. Josh Beckett got a complete game and he won the World Series MVP. And that's about it on that. My next subject is the first video blog of the day. This is the most anticipated one I want to be doing. I've been hyping this a lot. The 2014-2015 NBA predictions preview. This is the NBA season's only 3 more days away, and there's been a lot of predictions for experts and stuff in this and that. And here are my predictions what's going to happen in the NBA the upcoming season. This is the Eastern Conference Atlantic Division. This is the standings. I predict the Atlantic Division champion for this year will be the Toronto Raptors. Second place, the New York Knicks. Third place, the Brooklyn Nets. Fourth place, the Philadelphia 76ers. And the fifth place, last place, will be the Boston Celtics. This division is just mediocre at best. Toronto's the class of the division, in my opinion. The other 4 teams are just mediocre, and some of them could slide into a playoff spot if they get hot. At least the Knicks and the Nets, but I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year, the Knicks or the Nets. And also Philadelphia is rebuilding and Boston's rebuilding as well. I think Boston's going to be trading Rajon Rondo at the trading deadline. I pegged them to finish in last place and stuff like that. On to the Central Division. This is how the order's going to be predicted. I'm predicting the Cleveland Cavaliers to take the division because they have the best player in the world in the NBA is LeBron James. Chicago, I'm picking second. The Bulls have great talent. The key is to have Derrick Rose healthy for the full season. Hope he is healthy and has a productive season. He's missed the past few years with knee injuries and stuff like that. Third place, this is just going to be the surprise. I'm predicting the Detroit Pistons as third place. And fourth place is the Pacers. They're going to be without Paul George for the entire season. They have some chemistry issues and stuff. Fifth place will be the Milwaukee Bucks, bringing up the rear again. And I think I'm predicting the Cavaliers, the Bulls, and the Pistons to make the playoffs in the Central Division, while the other 2 will be the outside looking in. The Southeast Division, here's what my prediction's going to be. Number 1 is going to be the Washington Wizards. They're going to win the division. Second will be the Miami Heat. Third place, Charlotte Hornets. Fourth place, Atlanta Hawks. And fifth place, bringing up the rear, the Orlando Magic. The Southeast Division's kind of stacked as well. Washington has the talent to win this division, and Miami could hang in there and stuff like that. But they lost the best player in the world, LeBron James, and Dwayne Wade's a shell of his former self. So this is like basically Chris Bosh's team to carry. And I don't know if he's a guy who is a leader in a team. Charlotte's improving and stuff like that. They could be a dark horse, maybe. And Atlanta always flirts with 500 and stuff like that. But 500 in the Eastern Conference is probably going to get you a playoff spot. and Orlando's rebuilding completely. So in that division, I have 4 teams: the Wizards, the Heat, the Hornets, and the Hawks making the playoffs. And now we go on to the Western Conference, which the Western Conference is so stacked this year with great teams. In the Northwest Division, I have number 1, the Oklahoma City Thunder to win that division, even though Durant's going to be out for a month or two. They have a good supporting cast, plus the Northwest Division isn't that strong for good teams. Number 2, the Portland Trail Blazers. They're improving, but I don't think they really have the talent to overtake the Thunder in this division. The 3rd place team's the Denver Nuggets. 4th place team, Utah Jazz, and 5th place team, the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves might be the worst team in the NBA this year because they lost Kevin Love. That division is just the Thunder, and then I'm also picking Blazers to make the playoffs as well. The other 3 teams, maybe Denver might have an outside shot of the playoffs, but Utah and Minnesota are rebuilding in a major rebuilding process. I think both of the teams probably be one of the worst in the league this year. Now we go to the Southwest Division. Here's what I'm predicting. Number 1, the San Antonio Spurs, the defending champions. Every year, people are writing about their demise, but they still have the great player Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker. Plus, they have the best coach in the NBA, Greg Popovich. 2nd place, this will be a surprise, the Memphis Grizzlies. I think they have the talent to move up in the standings and stuff. 3rd place team is the Houston Rockets. They have still good talent, Dwight Howard and stuff. 4th place team, the Dallas Mavericks. The team is aging with Dirk Nowitzki and stuff. And 5th place is New Orleans Hornets. New Orleans Pelicans. They're improving with Antonio Davis, and also they have Austin Rivers and a few other pieces. In that division, I'm picking the Spurs, the Grizzlies, and the Rockets to make the playoffs. The Mavericks and the Hornets could have winning records, but they'll be outside looking in because the Western Conference is stacked. I think there could be 9, 10, 11 teams in the Western Conference to be over 500, in my opinion, but only 8 make it because it's the top 8 teams making the playoffs. And now here's the Pacific divisions. The number 1, who's going to win that division, is the LA Clippers. They have Blake Griffin, Chris Davis, and a great supporting cast. Doc Rivers is one of the best coaches in the NBA. 2nd place is Golden State Warriors. They have talent as well, but a new coach, Steve Kerr, and it might take a while for the players to get adjusted to Steve Kerr, but I still think they'll be a good team, maybe 50 wins and stuff like that. 3rd place team will be the Phoenix Suns, and I think they got the talent. I think they're going to make the playoffs this year. And 4th place team's the LA Lakers, and the LA Lakers are rebuilding. Kobe Bryant's aging. Steve Nash is going to be out for the year. He's probably going to retire, and they don't have too much to look forward to. The Lakers, they have a kind of a weak team, and they're destined for the lottery. And the 5th place team's the Sacramento Kings, and they're going to be last place again, but they're improving. They're getting some pieces, and they're ready to move into that new arena in 2016. Out of the teams for the Pacific Division, the Clippers, the Warriors, and the Suns will make the playoffs, and that would be good. Lakers and Sacramento Kings have no shot of making the playoffs. They'd be lucky to get like 35 to 40 wins. That won't do any good in the Western Conference. And here's my awards. The most valuable player in the NBA this year is going to be LeBron James of the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's a slam dunk in my opinion, unless he gets seriously injured or something, or somebody else has a monster year. It's not going to be Kevin Durant because he's going to miss a month of the season. Maybe I could give a dark horse to Derrick Rose and Chicago Bulls if he stays healthy and stuff like that, but I don't see this is LeBron James MVP to lose. The coach of the year this year in the NBA is going to be the Doc Rivers of the Clippers, because I think this is the year that the Clippers is going to take it the next step to maybe make the NBA Western Conference Finals, or maybe perhaps the Finals. I'm picking Doc Rivers to be Coach of the Year, and the Rookie of the Year for the NBA this year, I'm predicting, will be Marcus Smart of the Boston Celtics. You watch. Marcus Smart's going to be the starting point guard of the Celtics by year's end. He's going to have a great rookie season. Rondo's going to be shipped out of town, my friends. The Celtics are going to have to get something for him. He's a free agent after this year, and Rondo's not going to be with the Celtics long term. He doesn't want to be part of a major rebuilding process which the Celtics are going through. And here's my prediction for the Eastern Conference Finals. The Eastern Conference Finals will be the Cavaliers beating the Washington Wizards in 6 games. I think the Wizards are going to give them a tough series, but Cleveland's got too much talent, in my opinion. Western Conference Finals, this is no surprise here. The San Antonio Spurs beating the LA Clippers in about 7 games. And the NBA Finals this year is going to be San Antonio Spurs repeating for the first time as NBA champions, beating the Cavaliers. It's not going to be a sweep. I think it's going to be maybe 6 games. And this will be the 6th championship for the Spurs and Tim Duncan and Greg Popovich. And after that, both of them will ride off to the sunset and retire as player and coach, because 6 championships will be tied for the 3rd most in NBA history, and I think the Spurs are going to repeat as NBA champions. And that's about it, Facebook friends, for my 2014-2015 NBA preview blog. There's not going to be a top 10 list today because that's taking a day off, but look forward to later on today will be my view on Game 6 of the 1986 World Series, and also the 3rd and final video blog of the night about the former legendary tag team in professional wrestling, the Midnight Rockers / the Rockers with Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels. I'll tell you about that. And don't forget, Facebook friends and YouTube followers, this week's top 10 list is going to kind of have a theme to it. I'm going to list the top 10 greatest female meteorologists in Boston sports history, then the top 10 greatest male news anchors in Boston TV history, then the female news anchors in Boston TV history, and then the top 10 like best male sports anchors, and then the top 10 female sports anchors of all time. That's going to be the theme this week, and other blogs will soon follow with personality profiles. The Prime 9, Julie Broughton, Heidi Lee Pratt, Janelle Tobin, Crystal Pistol, Dee Patel, Donald Beauregard, Tony Ramos, Bruce Cronin, and Angelo. Have a good day, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Bye now.